starting with this game now.
Your referee is the Fijian Tavita Rokovereni as we get set for this Pool A match. England, Cape Town champions, Vancouver champions, but still 23 points behind South Africa on the overall standings. There's Dan Bibby. He'll take the kick-off duties with Tom Mitchell starting this game off the bench. So crucial, Dan Bibby, to England's rise in fortunes in recent times. We are underway in this Pool A match between England and South Korea, and Rory McConaughey contests the kickoff, but it's South Korea who have done well to bring that down, and Jin Yok plays scrum half, and they'll come to the near side, South Korea. That's Gu Min in the number 9 shirt. Yon Sik to Jin Yok. They'll set up a ruck just on their 10-metre line, their side of halfway. Good ball retention so far from South Korea. Nice little offload to Coquillard, and he puts it to the floor. Ollie Lindsay-Haig has to track back for England. Does so expertly. Loads of pace under the bonnet from Lindsay-Haig, but he's knocked that ball on. Chance South Korea, but referee says no, penalty England.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, South Korea haven't read the script, have they, Rupert? They're all over England at the moment, putting lots of pressure on them. And Ollie Lindsay-Haig, very fortuitous there, just spilling the ball in the tackle with the referee on their side. They'll try and regroup now. Bibby going for the corner. Got the staple and steady James Rodwell, who can win that line out, and they'll launch another attack.
Yeah, one of the players on the bench, Richard Carpentier, who alongside James Rodwell has been so good for England at kick-off and restart times this season. He's on the bench, and it's Rodwell, the most experienced England Sevens player of all time, who brings it down. Here's the young 19-year-old Charlton Kerr, starting for England, the Hong Kong Sevens. What a thrill for him. Ollie Lindsay-Haig. Rory McConaughey runs at the line like he often does, and that penalty at the breakdown that time to South Korea, and they'll go quickly.
Yeah, Ollie Lindsay-Haig getting pinged there just for diving straight over the ball and killing it. And here's South Korea just going for the corner, occupying England territory, putting pressure on them. What a first half from them so far.
Very composed beginning from South Korea, coached by New Zealander John Walters, assisted by former New Zealand Māori captain Dion Muir. It may look like they have this team very well organised indeed. And they are putting up a big challenge to England here. That line-out's gone over the top, but they've retained possession. South Korea running at the line there is Jong Wan. Counter ruck coming from England, and Bibby's got it. Here's Tom Bowen. Tommy Bowen's got some wheels. Can he get round the outside, Tom Bowen? Good tackle from Yon Sik. And the counter ruck as well, but Dan Bibby will play on. Here's Kerr. Charlton Kerr looking for the gap, finds Lindsay-Haig. Lindsay-Haig, cheeky feet. He can find the gap. Ollie Lindsay-Haig. And it's the sucker punch from England. They absorbed all that pressure, and then they fight back and get the first try.
Right, first blood to England comes from Charlton Kerr. Straightens up, just bulldozes his way through. And that's a lovely little offload out the back, and give it to the hot-stepping Ollie Lindsay-Haig. Dances his way through. Lovely first try for England.
No problem with the conversion for Ollie Lindsay-Haig. It all started with good work from the young teenager Charlton Kerr.
And cheeky all the way, wasn't it? Out the back from the right hand from Kerr. And Lindsay-Haig just putting those beautiful twinkle toes to full effect for England's first try.
Ollie Lindsay-Haig back in England Sevens colours after a couple of seasons with the Harlequins club in London playing 15s, but spent quite a few years on the circuit with England Sevens before going back to 15s. He knows this game very well indeed, showing all his experience there. So South Korea with possession. James Rodwell and Ethan Waddleton wrapping up the ball carrier there, and here's McConaughey. McConaughey floats it over the top to Lindsay-Haig once more. Little hitch kick. And Ollie's got a double.
Well, it's the second try for Ollie Lindsay-Haigh, but this comes from outstanding pressure from Dan Bibby and his England cohort in defence, just putting the pressure on South Korea, forcing them back inside, and then James Rodwell gobbles him up, makes the turnover, and Ollie Lindsay-Haigh reaping the reward. Look how fast Bibby is there, the number 7, pressuring them. Rodwell gets his big paws around it. Ball gets spilled out. Bibby, presence of mind, shifts it wide. We've already seen the damage that this man can do. Just a little goose step. 1-2 over Ollie Lindsay-Haigh with a brace already.
Dan Bibby with the conversion attempt. That one doesn't quite connect properly, so it'll stay at 12-0.
Ruben just seeing Ollie Lindsay-Haigh there, indicating number 3 with his fingers, just communicating throughout the team where the ball's going to go. They'll allocate certain areas of the field that represent certain numbers, so let's see where number 3 is going to go. James Rodwell typically with their main man straight down the middle to Kerr.
Midfield and high, Charlton Kerr does well. Bibby, having kicked off, latches onto it. Here's McConaughey. Lindsay-Haigh again. Just does the stop go, buys some time. Waddleton to Bibby. Here's James Rodwell. Bowen on the far side, doesn't need much room. Tom Bowen, he's got James Rodwell inside, doesn't need him. Tommy Bowen will streak away for England's third. Another good try for England.
Wow, well, Tommy Bowen, take a bow. He's just sending a little message. Anything you can do, Ollie Lindsay-Haigh, I can do too. Rodwell puts him into space. He puts the burners on, just absolutely screeches past the number 10, Lee Yong-wan, and then he's got the presence of mind to put that right foot step on. Brilliant finish from Bowen. Outstanding pace.
39 tries now for Tom Bowen on the HSBC World Rugby 7 series. There are some milestones to be reached this weekend by England. Tom Mitchell's on 99. That man there, Dan Norder's on 244. Equal with Collins Injera, one more, and he'll be the all-time greatest try scorer in the history of this great game.
You can see he's just itching to get onto that field, isn't he, Rupert? He wants that record in front of this partisan Hong Kong crowd. What an achievement that'll be.
Well, you remember him as a fresh-faced 19-year-old Ollie in 2009 when you were captain. His captain burst onto the scene, didn't he? And he's never looked back.
He's been electric ever since, and he fortunately had something that I didn't really have, Rupert, which was pace, you know, and looks. But there we go.
I was going to say,
talk about that one.
Here's McConaughey. Runs into contact. 19-0 England lead. Time's up on the clock, and they'll get another one. And it's Charlton Kerr, the 19-year-old, just his second try on the series, and a nice moment for him. Little wave to the camera. Well done, Charlton. And England are out of sight.
I've been really impressed with him in this first half already. Looking like he can develop into a really strong sevens player there. Charlton Kerr's direct. He's such a big kid as well for 19, but he can move. He just brings that physical presence when you need it. He can cart it up, drawing the defenders. Great first half from him, even better for England.
Yeah, absorbed some early pressure from South Korea, did England. But they have streaked away here, and they lead South Korea at half-time by 20. He said no. I said he's going to come on. He said he might.
It's just a tease, isn't he? Such a tease.
We're underway in the second half. South Korea kick long, and it's too long. It'll go all the way over the end line, and that's a mistake from Lee Jae-bok. So England will bring it all the way back to the centre spot.
Watch him here, they'll run a shape now. Ollie Lindsay-Haigh will look to just try and stretch South Korea, come one way, then he'll post it back to probably somebody like Kerr or hit Bibby round.
Lindsay-Haigh to Bibby, as you say, on the wraparound. Here's Ethan Waddleton. Bit of strapping around the header cut he got in the first half, still out there. Rodwell offloads to Bibby. Here's Kerr, try score in the first half, and Charlton Kerr's going to get another one. That's a cracking start from England's sevens. Simon Amor said, don't let up, and they've carried on where they left off.
Really effective, wasn't it? Lovely little wrap around. Bibby always instrumental in the middle. Him and Ollie Lindsay-Haig just pulling the strings at the moment. And this man's just starting how we finished that first half with another cheeky meat pie.
Well, there you are. We've got what we wanted. Dan Norton is on the field. 5.5 minutes to go. What chances, Ollie, that he breaks the record for us here?
Well, I think when there's a 2-on-1, Rupert, I think I can tell you exactly what Dan Norton's doing. He's not passing that ball, so I think it'd be a momentous occasion for him to get it here in Hong Kong. It's part of a much wider picture, but fabulous player, and he fully deserves it.
Can't score tries without the ball, though, and it's South Korea who have brought down the restart as they try to launch an attack over there on the far side. Rory McConaughey on Jeong Yeon-sik, takes care of him, and it's fallen into the hands of Ethan Waddleton. The robust Waddleton runs into contact. Rodwell, Norton, chip and chase. Dan Norton, how many times have we seen this? Will it sit up? He has to play football, Dan Norton, and he's done it! Dan Norton is the greatest try scorer in sevens history. What a moment for Dan Norton.
"245 times this man has crossed the whitewash, and he does it in his trademark fashion. The chip and trace from Norton, backing himself all the way. Electric pace, great footballing skills, and look at the smile on that man's face. An embrace from one of his best mates on tour, James Rodwell.
What a moment for those two. They've played so much sevens together, been through some tough times, some great times. And Dan Norton, I remember that moment so well, Ollie. You were on the field when Ben Ryan brought Dan Norton onto the field at Twickenham in 2009. No one had ever heard of him. 19 years of age. Goes round the outside against New Zealand, takes it to extra time, and the rest is history.
He was special then. He made history for us. He was an absolutely outstanding finisher, and he's just gone from strength to strength. Become such a well-known figure, such a well-liked figure on this 7 series circuit, and fully deserves all the accolades that come his way.
And here comes Charlie Hayter. Charlie Hayter strike through the middle, and Hayter will somersault through under the posts. Another one for England. Turnham Green is the celeb.
Well, it's becoming a bit of a cricket score here for England, but it's great pressure again. Charlie Hayter coming through, and he clearly feels that he can audition for the old Cirque du Soleil with a cheeky forward roll. I think he should stick to sevens, mind you, but England doing what Simon Amor asked for, piling the pressure on, being ruthless, because let's not forget, they've got Australia and Samoa tomorrow, and that man in shot will want them to be full of confidence and ready to take them on what will be a much bigger challenge tomorrow morning.
Tom Mitchell's out there for England, the captain off the bench. One try for him, and he's got 100. But here comes South Korea. They're not going to fade away into the Hong Kong night. They want to finish with a flourish here. Just over 2 minutes to go. James Rodwell again goes in for the turnover. That's good work from Yu Ji-hoon on the floor. Plays scrum half. Here's Lee Jong-hwan.
Rupert, I really like some of this England defensive style there. They're coming up on the wide channels, blitzing up out wide, so it just kind of tries to force South Korea to either come back, or they've got to do what they just did, put the cheeky chip over the top, which is a 50-50 call.
Little sneak down the short side for South Korea. That's Jeong Yeon-sik. He's almost there. Just a couple of metres out, South Korea. They've got the penalty. Andre Coquillard sends it across to Ji-hoon. Coquillard again, cut out pass Space over here for Kim Jin-hyuk. Dan Norton makes the tackle. This place will erupt if South Korea can go over here. England defending. South Korea, the invitational 16th team here in the main draw at the Hong Kong Sevens.
And one of the things Simon Amer will want is they want to make sure they nil this South Korean team. They do not want them to score.
Ball comes loose in the tackle from Coquelin. It comes to Norton again. He goes the chip over the top, chasing it's Mitchell. There are no South Korean defenders in sight, and Mitchell's going to run away. Over the 50, over the 40. And Tom Mitchell, speaking of landmarks, this will be Tom Mitchell's 100th try on the Sevens World Series. On a day of great achievement for England's Sevens players, Tom Mitchell joins the 100 club.
Well, Rugby comes from a horrible little shank from Dan Norton there, straight off of the 50p piece for a boot. But then Tom Mitchell, it's all about records today. First Dan Norton, then Tom Mitchell. Smashing characters, absolutely great guys on the tour. And this man is led from the front for this England side. Sets the precedent every single game. Fully deserves to just get his 100 on the board.
Doesn't he just? Also led Team GB to a silver medal in Rio last summer. A wonderful achievement for Tom Mitchell. Such an inspirational leader for this England side, as they've gone over 50 points against South Korea. The clock is in the red. South Korea will play it out, and good on them. Ball goes to the floor. That's gone forward. And that'll do it. In a game that England were expected to win, they have won. South Korea more than played their part, but this game will be remembered for a great achievement by that man, Dan Norton. He's become the all-time greatest try scorer in the history of the Sevens World Series. 245 tries. He's one ahead of Collins Injera, but Collins is here in Hong Kong and he'll have something to say about that.
Brilliant performance from England, outstanding from Dan Norton. Delighted he can break that record. As you say, Collins Injera coming up.